Everything is learning. Honestly, if you just take your time and observe things, you'll find out that things every day is a learning experience. Read a book, listen to a podcast, listen to my channel. Try to position yourself at a place where you're growing. Try to position yourself at a place where you're learning every day. You're learning something constantly. It doesn't mean you have to be in school to learn, but just be at an environment that you will learn. Or as you're moving along every day, just look for something that you're going to learn. The point is, learn something. There are very many things in life that you can self-educate yourself on. Maybe you want to grow spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. Trust you me, the list is endless. You can say there is nothing to learn. A lot of things. You can learn something if you just put yourself at a position, at a willing position. Actually, just put yourself at a willing position that you want to learn something. Try it. And another note is, like, for a week, just have a journal where you write things on what you have learned today. You will find out that at the end of the week, or at the end of the period that you've given yourself, you will find out that you have a lot of things that you've learned that you didn't know. And honestly, writing things down inspires you. Something maybe you learned and you forgot. Oh, the journaling helps you remember things. Because if you keep that book safe, or your journal safe, 2 years after, you will go back and read that book and be like, oh my God, I learned this. And also, learning helps you in your professional career. It adds up to your CV. So maybe do a free task here and there. Just try to learn something. Try to grow in any. I can't stress this enough, guys. Have a relationship with your finances. It's your money. Have a relationship with it. Recently, I did a video on cash budgeting. Have you watched that video? I did a video on cash budgeting. Have a savings plan. Learn how to invest. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot. All these points are intertwined. Guys, learn to live within your means. This is the hardest thing, especially our generation are facing because of social media. You find your peers, even not your peers. Right now, I'm looking at kids younger than me being millionaires, like balling. They are millionaires at 19, 17, 20, 22. And here I am still dreaming and saying, when I grow up, I want to be. And these kids have already made it. I'm like, what did I do? What are they doing that I'm not doing? So it's up to me to learn from them. As much as I'm older than them, kids out here have money. But let's count. So it's point number, I think it's number 5, is be present in everything that you do. Try and be present. Try and be there. Especially going back to social media, we try so much to capture the moment than be in the moment. This is something I learned, is just being them, and it's so fun because being in the moment. Just take a picture, one or two, you will remember that day. But be in the moment, be there, just let it just take it in, and you'll have very good memories. Because sometimes we go to a lot of places but we don't remember what happened because we were so busy capturing the moment instead of being in the moment. Point number 6 is learn to have boundaries, even to yourself. We can be our own enemy. If you don't set your limits, either with people or yourself, you'll find that you're getting exhausted, you're burning out, you don't want to do things, you're living this life of, I don't want to do this. And honestly, it's because you have not set boundaries, you're letting everything come in between you. And trust me, I've been there. I didn't know how to say no. And it's another thing, learn to say yes when you feel like you want to say yes, and learn to say no when it doesn't, like, no, just no. If you don't take care of yourself, no one else will take care of you. And that's why I started this video with, you are your own boss. That is in very many aspects of your life. Take care of yourself, and if you take care of yourself, everybody else will take care of you. If you start changing, maybe you start saying no to a friend who you used to say yes a lot to, they'll start like, but if they're really your friend, they should respect your space. And if they don't, honey, that's why the phone has block, delete. That's why they're there. because it's up to you. And that's why I'm saying be your own boss. It's up to you to take that phone and be like, I don't like you. You don't respect my space? Look. And honestly, it's hard. But until you do it, that's when you know the power. And always the power is within you and not without, not outside you. It's always inside. You asked, how do I take a break from myself? Thank you for asking. I got the answer for you. One, maybe this is mental and you don't know, is maybe you're on social media too much. Yeah, you see, I know. I didn't know there was a thing like fasting from social media. I was like, people fast spiritually, but there's something called fasting for social media. We're saying we learn something new. Here's something new to learn. Let's say I'm giving you a challenge, guys. Challenge. Here it. Take a break from social media, okay? Do a social media fast and then put your phone away. Yeah, you can comprehend it. Put your phone away for a day. I'm not even giving you long. It is very uncomfortable, but it's the only thing that is constant. Point number 7 is learn how to communicate. You would rather over communicate than under communicate. Have you ever been with these people who, like, why did I used to be that person? I used to be that person, like, can't you read what I want? And comes with how I grew up and childhood trauma, all that. We're going to discuss that on our segment on Saturdays on mental health, childhood traumas, But I never knew how to communicate because I never learned how to communicate. It was always like, oh, shut up. So I didn't know how to communicate. Honestly, I'm learning how to communicate. This is the time I'm as grown as I am. This is when I'm learning to communicate. And it's better because I'm learning. And it's not easy. You can't know, like, this is how life is. But it's good. Say what you want, how you want, and when you want it. We are told it's easier said than done, and it's true. But the thing about these things is when it's in your mind, when you've thought about it or when you've heard about it, and it strikes something in your brain, it's easy to start dealing with them. It's not, this thing will not take a day. It may take years, 2 years. We're still learning. I had this when. But until you're intentional and say, you know what, I don't know how to communicate, how will I start? Start researching. And it's not going to be easy, honestly. It's going to be really hard. But it's up to you to start doing this. And trust me, if you cannot, I'm here, girl. I've been through it. So I know how hard it is. But until you start, you will never know and you will never grow. Also on communication is learn to listen. Listen, not to respond. What do they say? Listen not to respond, but to hear. Like, don't listen to someone just to respond to what they're saying, but keenly listen to what they're saying. What message are they communicating to me? What do they want? Don't be there just to respond. Sometimes, especially when people are stressed, they just want to talk. Just talk. Don't be there giving them advice. Me, I hate that kind of people. Such kind of people. You're like, I don't need advice. I just need a listening ear. And that's why we live in such a messed up world. We would rather be on our phones. We would rather watch a movie. We would rather do what? Do everything else. We have disconnected so much because very basic principles of life, like listening, are not there. We want to advise each other. I said, no, you should not do that. Sometimes you just want somebody to listen to. That's why I think relationships fail. Exercise. I've had this 1,000,001 times. Keep fit. Exercise. It helps with your brain. It helps with your what? Guys, I won't lie. It's hard. I try. I do day 1. My muscles are aching. Everything is aching. I can do it again. I'm somebody with a tummy tuck. Let me tell you, I will go buy chiffon and let us wear. Because, no. Drink, I don't know what. I've tried. So people like, wait, tell me what you do. Exercise what? But one thing, I'm confident in myself. So just wear something that complements your body. We'll deal with the rest later. Number 8 is organize your space. Declutter where you are. Something, and this is something I used to deal with, and this is something about mental health, is if you're living in a space that is so untidy, so decluttered, it's your room, but it looks a mess, and you don't see that, something is wrong. Trust me. Trust me, I know. I used to survive in life. Growing up, oh, today is a day. Today is a day is a day every day. And that really messed up with my mental health, and I didn't know it was a problem. Actually, trust me, you don't know until you know. So I never minded a place looking the way it looked. Like, is it clean? Okay. Is it? I never used to care because I never, like, I didn't have goals. I had nothing. I just used to survive. I used to exist, one day at a time. Okay, let's go. And I came to realize that's on mental. It was a mental health issue. Embrace failure. For me, I've learned that how I word things, the power of speaking, because speaking into existence, was that failure, or was that a good try? I don't believe in failure. I don't believe in failure. I believe in progress. Because if you did that thing, let me tell you guys, like for me, my YouTube channel, let me tell you, there are many things I'm supposed to learn, and you're failing each and every time. You're like, Jesus Christ. Now, will I even get subscribers? Will they subscribe? What does this content look like? Oh, you're doing this. You're doing this. I have to learn. And learning is not easy. And that's what I've come to embrace. But until you learn, until you accept that you've done a mistake and learn from that mistake, whatever you've done, you try to correct it. Because perfection, there's nothing like perfection. So we have to learn each and every day. And I've tried to live. The environment I grew up in is a perfectionist. Like, making a mistake was wrong. So trust me, I know what it means not to even try and to fail. So you fail, you feel like a failure, it affects you mentally, you grow up dark because nothing is working. You don't have like, oh, congratulations, you did this, at least you tried. It's like, nah, you done, you just destroyed it. So mentally, it messes up with you. Are your own boss, honey. Don't wait for accolades from other people. Shout out yourself. Sit down and be like, I set a goal today. I said I want to be on my phone for 2 hours. Mostly I'm on my phone for every 10 minutes I have to take my phone. But today I went 20 minutes without my phone. That's something to celebrate. Don't be like, I can do this. No. Honey, you've done 10 more minutes. That's something. That's growth. Guess what you'll do tomorrow? 30. The other day, you want to go back or go 40. Because you can go like constantly. Sometimes in life, there are setbacks. So whatever little you do, appreciate yourself. Even if you're near somebody who tells you, now, it's you. Appreciate yourself. Be like, you know what? You are enough. You are worthy. And let nobody tell you otherwise. No matter how your environment look like, no matter what they say. Honey, sweetheart, you are important. And you are you. And be the best you there can ever be. And I love you. I do. Because I know what it means to be there, to be down, to look like you don't do anything. Trust me, you do something. And until you do an introspection, because it's always within you. If you wait for people around you to tell you who you are, they don't know you like you know you. This is my parting shot, guys. As I said, be the boss of your own life. Sit down, introspect, and ask, what is being a boss to me? What do I want for me? That's where it starts. What do I want for me? Right? Just maybe to achieve them. When you achieve them, celebrate yourself. Other two, it's baby step. Let's set attainable goals. The only limitation is yourself. And the thing is, to achieve something, you have to be courageous enough. You'll experience challenges. You will experience challenges. Change is hard. Trust me, it is. But you have to be the courageous. And then I discovered there are the races. So I have races, guys, races. Yeah. But until you start, you can never know your potential. And we can't fear and step out. Is it easy? No. But you have to do it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like content like this. If you want us to improve on something, kindly say on what you want us to improve on, because we're still growing. Comment down below, give us your experiences, tell us what you want to see more, tell us about your stories. If you like more content like this, share, subscribe. I hope this information is beneficial to you.